Aquarius, hey there, Melissa here to do your weekly love reading for the week of, what? October. No, November. November 2nd through November 8th. Oh man, and then I made a big mess. This is for Aquarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. It's a love reading. I'm going to be looking at the energy you bring to the connection, the energy the person you have in mind brings to the connection, and then a potential outcome between the two. This can be from single to married and anywhere in between. So it just either does or doesn't relate to your particular situation. Anything you need to know about me, you can find in the About Me section of the channel. Anything you need to know about booking a personal reading or leaving the channel a donation, you can find in the description box below. Let's get at your love life. The Seven of Pentacles is in your energy. The King of Cups is in your person's energy. I love this King of Cups. The Page of Coins, I love it. So like a messenger, a message, communication, apology, and your potential outcome of the connection. Your overarching energy is you. No! As much as I love you guys, I don't want you to be your overarching energy in a love connection. I love you so much. Get out of your head, man. Stop blocking people. Stop blocking people. Stop blocking people. Okay, we do have some balance coming in for you, though, it looks like, and some straight up true love, some passion. Ready to take that leap of faith after we stop fighting the world, it looks like. So the King of Swords, I do love. I am madly in love with the King of Swords, but as I tell everyone, the King of Swords, I'd love to be the overarching energy of a career reading, but not for a love reading necessarily. I know you guys have love in there, but you are certainly not wearing it on your sleeve, which in a love connection, it requires a little more King of Cups. But he doesn't wear his heart on his sleeve either. So I think he could use a little bit of the Queen of Cups energy when coming into a love connection. Anyways, so the King of Swords, we're feeling very, I love the King of Swords. We're feeling very, I think just wise, powerful, dictator is what's coming to my head, so I have to say it. Dictator. This is being run like a ship. This is not being run like a love connection. This is being run like you do this, you do that, I'll take this. Sorry. Again, wonderful in a career, but in a love connection that can get in the way a little bit. So it's sometimes we, again, I need to shut my emotions off a little bit when it comes to business or some sort of things that require logic, where I think you guys need to shut your mind off a little bit when it comes to love. You're too smart. It's almost like you're too smart. You can see everything from a very wise place, or a very intellectual place, I should say, not even from a wise place. And so it's really hard to, most love defies logic, okay? And so it's hard to run a love connection with logic, if that makes any sense at all. The Seven of Coins. This is patience. We've been patient with something. We've been really waiting for our the fruits of our labor. So it seems like this might be a connection that we have invested into already. I suppose that could just be you've invested into yourself, and we'll get more to the story. The King of Cups is in your person's energy. Another sort of kind of cold on the surface, but this guy does have quite a bit of emotion on the inside. You won't get him. First of all, how sexy is he? Can you see that? I don't care. I've never had a crush on a Tin Man before, but I do now. And so this person has tons of love, tons of emotion, just isn't wearing it on his sleeve nor spilling it all over. But anybody who deserves it, so you, and this is male or female, always. None of these cards have any gender attachment to them in my readings. So male or female, this person has enormous amounts of love for you, but you might not ever even see that. You might not notice that, but the love is real, and that's amazing. The Page of Coins. I love the Page of Coins. This is it could be an apology, a messenger. Just communication is what I'm feeling like right now, is that you guys are doing the communicating you need to do in order to have a well-oiled machine of a relationship. The King of Swords, yeah, actually, this I will say, though he can come off a little bit cold and a little bit brash. I don't even know if that's a word. He is absolutely good at communication. That is an area he'll never lack in. So where I think more emotional folks, like the Queen of Cups, she's great at loving, but I think she might have a harder time doing just clear communication. However, the the King of Swords can be, you know, so good at communicating, it can come off cold and harsh, and that is why the King of Swords gets a bad rap. But I think we should all appreciate everybody's differences and not try to fit into one way or the other mold. I just think what I'm saying is that there does need to be love in a relationship, or the relationship might as well not be there. Amen. I guess a lot of stuff is coming through for you guys this week. So we got the Hermit mode. Let's see here. On top of the being patient, really trying to gather. Uh-oh. I don't know why I said uh-oh. That's why. What's going on here? Are you walking away from somebody? After doing some reflecting? Yeah, you are. So it all makes sense now, the King of Swords being there. You're using your logic to make a call that you might have needed your logic to make the call. Sometimes there is time in relationships where, you know, my big old heart will get me in trouble because I will stick around much longer than I should because I feel bad for them. So I think the King of Swords is like, I don't have time to feel bad for anybody. I need to take care of myself, and that's what's so magical about you guys and the King of Swords. So it looks like you are doing that, but again, I could be dramatic. You are definitely walking away from something. I believe this relationship. I don't know if you have somebody else in mind, or if you're just using, you know, maybe community, friends, and family to help you come to this decision. Is this really best for you? If you're not happy, don't ever stay in a situation. You know, that's what, again, what's so magical about you guys is that you won't stay in a situation that you're miserable in. I don't think. Not any of the Aquarians I've ever met. Always very, yeah, just magical. You guys are always so magical. But let's get to more on your person. Oh, Jesus. Interesting. Wow. What a mixture. Okay, could be dealing with a water sign. I feel like you are dealing with a water sign, and they are feeling left out in the cold and stressing out. I don't know if you're not communicating clearly that you're done with this. I would appreciate if you would. It is, I will say, in my own I adore the one Aquarius I ever did date. I didn't date him anyways. We weren't together. But the one person that I've ever had the strong twin flame connection pull to was an Aquarius, and he had I don't think he even liked me really. But whatever he did, he never communicated to me. And though I did get over it and I did cry it out and get through it on my own, I feel like if he would have just said, "I'm sorry, I don't like you," I would have gotten through it quicker. But I don't know if that's even true. I know what I was going through was a spiritual lesson. So what I'll say to you is that I would just really, you know, I would encourage you to be communicative. If you're ready to leave a situation, that's your right, especially if you're not happy in the situation. And what makes you not happy, if you're looking for other people to fill some sort of void, or to, you know, if you're just looking to have fun with other people and you're not wanting to be loyal to this person, you're not with the right person. Like, the person that you are meant to be with will make it, not by controlling it, by totally giving you the freedom to have whatever you want. You will just love them so much you won't want anything else or anyone else. You know what I mean? So I do see your person here sort of full of emotion, but stressing out. It's almost like they're holding too tightly is what I'm getting right now. It's almost like they're holding too tightly to the situation, and it is causing you to be miserable and want to escape, which I know very surely that is exactly, you can't hold on to an Aquarius that tight. They need to have that freedom to be them, and the alone time that they require is wild. I feel like you guys should come with a manual, instructions, like, definitely, again, I think you guys can actually love quite deeply, maybe even deeper than, if you show emotion, if you let your emotions out of that box, A, they better thank their lucky stars, but B, they're deep, and they're loving, and they're caring, but I think where I was going with that, I have no idea. But I think what's going on here is this person is trying to hold on too tightly. You need to be allowed your space. That I know. You have to have your alone time, your time to... So that's what I'm feeling right now, is that they're trying to hold on too tightly to you, and it's causing you to walk away. That's I'm sorry. Well, and then the Ten of Cups comes up, and the messages and strength and, oh, babies. Well, if this is your Ten of Cups, I'm going to tell you right now, you need to stop looking outside of yourself for enjoyment. I'm really just, I just got super confused about the whole connection at this time. The Ten of Cups. Well, I'm not going against what I said. I think this is a connection that needs to come to an end, at least for the two people to do some sort of healing. Your person is extremely stressed out and feeling very left out in the cold. If you have it in you to make them feel less than that, great. But it is true, if you don't love them, you'll just keep them in this stressed out and left out in the cold state of mind longer if you don't just be clear and let them know that it's over for you. I do know that too. When an Aquarius gets over something, you guys are just over it. And so don't ever sit in a situation that will hurt you and them. Don't ever sit in a situation that is over. It'll hurt you, them, and if there's any children involved, it'll hurt them too. I don't know what this Ten of Cups is doing here, but I'm just going to pretend it's not there. So I feel like that communication is needed here. And either way, if you want to try to work things out or not, communication will clear up most of that stress that's going on your person's part. Okay, well, let's see what we got here for a fairies card. Abundance. It says, prepare yourself for incoming abundance. Release any mental blocks you may have. In fairyland, in fairyland and human land, there's enough abundance for everyone. Amen. There definitely is. I will say to you that that blocking you from your true abundance would be a situation that you're no longer supposed to be in. So if this is something that you know in your heart of hearts is not meant for you any longer, communicating clearly, lovingly, compassionately, you don't need to be harsh about it. You can actually be compassionate about it. Communicating clearly will actually release blockages that is blocking you from all of your abundance and all of your blessings, okay? I love you guys so much, and I'll see you next week.